like to introduce Ian Sharp from the Liberal Democrats.
Hi. Thank you. I'm also a BBC for Loughborough, and we'll all look forward to the general election. So what a lovely day, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful day for fighting for our democracy. I know this is working. Thanks to the organisers of this event, and thank you all for coming. Whether you've come from the Lib Dems, Labour, the Greens, I can't see any Conservatives or Brexit party, so that's good. And also from the European movement, 48%. People who are politicians, people who are not politicians. We're all here to fight against the antics of Johnson's junta. What they're doing is they're trying to use delaying tactics at every constitutional tree to prevent us stopping their no-deal Brexit. Those who may start to feel complacent because they think the law is going to pass, tonight our dear junta leader has said he will die in the ditch before he goes and implements the law and asks for an extension. So he will not go to Brussels and ask for an extension. So if we can't stop Boris, what is their game? They are looking to implement extreme right-wing policies and frankly make us Trump food. This is not what we want for our country. Thank goodness the opposition parties have shown great maturity together with a limited number of Conservatives of principle. As has already been pointed out, Boris Johnson's own brother. So thanks to these people of principle, we have some chance of protecting our democracy and our way of life. Unfortunately, Loughborough has a Tory MP. A Tory MP who, despite all their platitudes and warm words about Remain, fully signs up to the junta and even on Radio 4 today confirmed that she will support us crashing out of the European Union. So, frankly, whoever gets Mrs Morgan's seat, right, well, long as from Brexit. So what can we do? These events are happening all around the country. We must continue to fight, we must continue to rally, we must continue to write to the press, appear on phone-ins, everything you can to get the message across. Boris is pushing for a general election. Why is he pushing for a general election? It's just another trick. He's accusing the leader of the Labour Party of being a chlorinated chicken. Well, it might sound funny in a Conservative club, it just sounds childish and consistent with his usual antics to me. So we must campaign against prorogation, we must campaign against every one of his and Cummings' tricks as they come along. We must insist on the Brexit extension, not merely the law being passed. We must insist that Boris cannot have his dissolution until we have confirmation that the Brexit extension has been secured. And we, as I say, we will deny him his election until that happens. But obviously, that is not the end of the fight, it's merely the beginning of the fight. Because once we have our Brexit extension, we will be having the toughest general election in our history. An election which will decide if our country will fall to a Tory Brexit coalition, i.e. whether Farage, Johnson and yes, Morgan will succeed in delivering their agenda. Or we will set our country on the road to be even more open, even more tolerant and an even more enthusiastic member of the international community by remaining within the European Union. So thank you all for coming. Just a little problem. So thank you all for coming. Keep on fighting. There's a lot to be done. And bollocks to Brexit!
Bollocks to Brexit! Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
So many people out there today to fight against the corruption in Parliament and Boris Johnson's decision to do so. Together we stand in solidarity against Boris Johnson undermining our democratic institution of Parliament. Boris Johnson has consistently underestimated the power of our opposition. And I applaud the efforts of the Rebel Alliance, who have come together despite party boundaries and worked together to stop a no-deal Brexit. I wanted to talk today about the hope for our future and our future generations. There's a real reason why we're out here today, and that's to stop a no-deal Brexit that's going to be damaging towards ourselves.
Hey, hang on, my duck. Hang on. People voted to get out of this dump, so why should it be stopped now? Answer me that, please. Please.
For a no-deal Brexit.
No. There was a referendum. Do it. No. Keep away from me, please.
Keep going.
No, listen. People voted for a referendum to get out. I go about this crap now. Get out.
I will deeply about the knock-on effects of no-deal Brexit will have both on our student community and the local university as a whole, and Loughborough University and Loughborough as a town. At current, we have an €80 million development scheme involved at Loughborough University that ends in 2020. And the likelihood of getting another fantastic development scheme such as that from the European Commission, we don't know because of a no-deal Brexit situation. So now we find ourselves in the prospect of another election. We will fight the Tories with every single breath in our body. And I have one message for the Conservatives, and especially Nick Morgan. Your smugness and your arrogance that you've shown in Parliament, as you also saw Jacob Rees-Mogg earlier this week, you have been seen by the public and they are taking notice. They see you for who you really are. You are no longer in a safe position that you thought you were in. Together we will fight, we will unite and we will organise, and we will get rid of this Tory government who puts their lives in front of the lives of the nation. So we need to give our nation a future for ourselves and our grandchildren. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Next up, I would like to introduce Carl Benfield from the Liberal... I'm really sorry, Carl. From the Green Party. Thank you.
Oh dear.
I've got to bring you greetings from North West Leicestershire, where I'm from. Our parliamentary candidate here was not available today, but thank you for hosting me and thank you for having me. Now, as a Green Party District Councillor for North West Leicestershire and parliamentary candidate for North West Leicestershire as well, I'm here to stand shoulder to shoulder with those of all the other parties with whom I would normally be vigorously debating and probably disagreeing on a daily and weekly basis. And just great to be here. Now, many have said that preventing a no-deal Brexit is anti-democratic. But as someone who served in the army for 16 years, on many, sometimes questionable overseas operations, I know what the absence of democracy looks like. The absence of democracy looks like a dictator believing that they're the only person who can lead their nation. It looks like a dictator closing down debate before it's even begun. It looks like a dictator basing their credibility on a foundation of lies and deceit, denying scrutiny and exercising their rule in any way that will maintain and increase their power. A lack of democracy looks exactly what our Prime Minister is forcing on this nation by proroguing Parliament and pushing for a crash out from the most complicated, intricate and beneficial system known to man. A system that protects our societies and communities and, as a Green Party member, most importantly, our environment. Friends, this is what democracy looks like. And regardless of whether you voted leave or remain, what is happening right now in the mother of our parliaments is far bigger than Brexit. Now, I've learned that there are two key elements to trust. There is competence and there is character. in his subservience to an unelected Machiavellian senior advisor, and with his well-known history of lying and ethically reprehensible behaviour, our Prime Minister has demonstrated that he is utterly lacking in both. We cannot trust this Prime Minister to lead our nation to the brink with the vague promise of securing a fantasy, or indeed with any of the promises he has so gleefully pledged during his very short tenure in office. To quote the Washington Post, democracy dies in darkness. I will not stand by and see that man turn out the light. Thank you.